Starting up a YouTube channel can be very, very frustrating. As simple as it is, starting up, all you need is just your mobile phone, but getting to be very consistent making videos can be very, very stressful, especially when you are not making money. I want to help you on this journey on how you can get started with your YouTube channel, and also not just getting started, but how you can also grow your YouTube channel and make a whole lot of money. So continuing on this video, I'll be sharing with you what I call my three words. Number one, what you need to know. Number two, what you need to do. Number three, what you need to get. My name is Olukot Samuel Olamide, and I've successfully made over 100 videos teaching people on how to use POS device. And as simple and as small this audience seems to be, guys, I've been able to grow to over 10,000 subscribers in less than 2 years, and I've made over 100 videos, and I've made over ₦1 million just by making tutorial videos on YouTube. And I will be introducing you to what I call my three words secret. So let's get started on our first word, what you need to know. The first thing I want to introduce you to is that YouTube business is all about content creation. And one thing about content creation is the life that you live. Now, I know this may sound like I'm trying to motivate you, but let me go further and explain what I'm trying to say. Now, if you live without switching on the camera, and if you live with the camera on, that is simply content creating. So when you do something and you have a camera before you, that is content creation. And when you do that same thing without a camera before you, there's no content being created. So I want you to understand that when it comes to content creation, you are not trying to do something new. Possibly, we may even be talking about you doing the same thing you've been doing for over 10 years. But now the difference is now that you're taking it serious. You have the consciousness that people are following what you are doing. And the last and most important thing, that you have your camera that is on, just like what I'm doing now. All right, so let me give an example to broaden what I'm just saying. Now, there are a lot of people out there that they can make people laugh, they can do some kind of funny stuff, they can teach, they can make tutorial videos and a lot of things, but they do all those things without even switching on the camera. So the first thing I want you to understand, that when it comes to content creating, you are not trying to do something new. Let the grammar not just confuse you. You are not doing anything new. The only difference is that you are being consistent with what you are doing. You have the consciousness that people are following what you are doing, and you want to take them along irrespective of the strategy you are using. And the last thing is that you have your camera on. So every day you wake up, you go out, you do your stuff, and you come back in. That could literally be a content if you turn on your camera and you say, good morning, my world, I've woken up, and you just do a lot of stuff that you normally do every day of your life. But the difference is just that you are switching on the camera. Number two thing that you need to know in our what you need to know is not all platforms will reward you as a content creator. So you must be able to identify the platforms that are ready to reward what you want to do. That means we are not just talking about you making content and dropping without even understanding the reward system. That is why a lot of people come on the space, and after 2 years they are struggling and they just quit and they stop making videos. Why? Because they don't understand the reward system. You have to understand the reward system. If you are using a Facebook, if you're using YouTube, if you're using other platform, check the reward system. What do I need to click to get paid? What do I need to achieve to be paid so and so amount? So when you have this, then you determine and you work accurately towards it. For instance, now, if you are a YouTuber or you want to go into the YouTube space, one of the things you have to understand is that for you to start making money on YouTube through monetization, you will need at least 1,000 subscribers, and you will need 4,000 watch hours. Now, immediately you know you'll be needing subscribers and you'll be needing watch hours. What does that tell you? That means you want to remind your viewers to subscribe, because you don't just want the people to watch your video and go, but you want them to watch it. And in return, you are getting a reward system. What does that mean? That means as I'm shooting this video, I'm going to take a second and I'm going to tell you to subscribe. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you feel this video is very, very important to you and is helping you, of course, as a beginner and also an intermediate. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and please share to your friends. So this is what you just want to do. Why am I doing this? Is because I understand the reward system. If I don't know this, if I don't know I have to tell my users to subscribe, I will just shoot the video and I will go. And after 2 years, I'll be wondering and I'll be struggling that what is happening. I am not making money from this. So you want to understand the reward system. And the second one, which I said concerning YouTube, is that 4,000 watch hour. You want to make a video that is going to keep your audience, and the video has to be long and not boring. If not, your audience will leave. And every time somebody leaves your video without completing it, it is a negative feedback on the algorithm. So you don't want that to happen. So in as much as you want to make the videos long, you also have to understand retention. You have to retain each of your viewers. So immediately you understand the reward system, it adjusts you to the climate. You understand what you are doing. You understand what you are trying to achieve every time you switch on the camera to live your normal life. Remember where we started, right? That content is not necessarily about doing something new. It's just the normal life, but now it is on a camera and you have the consciousness that people are following you. The last thing you have to know when it comes to what you need to know on this our what, which is the first phase, is that you have to understand what is called retention. Every time people watch your video and your video is, I don't want to say boring, but then people do not even enjoy watching the video. Why? Because they feel like the video is not passing the information accurately, right? You're making sense, but then you're making sense in a very boring way. If there's any word like that. So the people do not even enjoy the video. The camera is not good, the sound is bad, the environment is not conducive, the people cannot sit to enjoy your video. That is going to be a negative feedback on your channel, right? So YouTube is going to stop your channel from growing. Why? Because they do not want to make boring videos go viral, because if the videos cannot retain the users cannot remain on the app. Do you get the logic? So they will always push out videos that are retaining users so that users can remain on the app, because that's how they will make their money as a company. So this is what I always advise. Every 30 seconds of your video, do what I call customer retention. So immediately your video clicks 30 seconds, you want to do something to keep them in suspense. After another 30 seconds, you want to do something to keep them in suspense. Sorry. That's why we use things like the last one is the most important. That's why we say things like stay and watch till the end. That's why we say things like I'm going to give a bonanza, I'm going to give promo at the end of the video. Because why? We want to keep the users, we want them to watch till the end. We don't want to throw all the information and the information are scattered. The user doesn't have an idea of what is coming next. And so there's no need to wait. There's no suspense. There's no, oh, I want to listen to the last part. Oh, he said the last one is the most important. Oh, he said the last one you'll be doing promo. All of those stuff, they are very important when it comes to retention. So these are the things you want to know when it comes to what to know. So let's move to what to do. So on what to do, we'll be dividing what to do into three phases. So the first one is understand the power of title, understand the power of thumbnail, and always rehearse your videos before starting. Now, these 3 points are very important. You don't want to be a nonchalant YouTuber that just wakes up and you don't even know what you're about to say when you're switching on the camera. So it makes all your points, it's looking like you are saying, you are repeating stuff you've repeated before, and you're spending time on things that are not valuable for the users. And the things that seem to be valuable, you are not even hitting the nail. You are not getting it right. So the users are feeling like they are not being carried along. So immediately they feel like they are not being carried along, or they have lost what you are saying. So leave your video, right? And you don't want that to happen. So number one part you have to understand in this part, like I've said earlier, is understand title. Now, titles are very, very important when you are about to make a video, as they contribute to more than 60% on why people will even click the video in the first place, right? So titles such as how to make has now been seen as more retentive, right? People tend to switch towards those areas, how to. So people want to learn how to do this, how to make this, how to do this, how to, and also these things like three things you must. So this perspective of putting the users in suspense, that you must know this, you must know this before you do this, how to do this. Do you understand? So those titles have been seen to create more views, right? So you can go on YouTube and search titles like that. So usually when I want to make a video, this is what I do. I check the title of the video I want to make. I go on YouTube, search the title, and YouTube doesn't stop you from making the same title as other content creators. So you want to use the kind of title that people are going towards, right? They don't want to use a title that is so weird and you just write up something that people may not even be interested in knowing those kind of stuff, right? So you use titles such as how to, know this is the most important, this is the most dangerous, this is what everybody is knowing. So stuff like that tends to trigger the people, and now they are like, "Ooh, let me check this out." So the second thing on this part is the power of thumbnail. So thumbnails are very, very important. There's a saying that do not judge a book by its cover, but trust me guys, when the cover is very nice, a lot of people will still want to pick up the book first, right? Even before checking it out. But if people don't even try to click your video, how do they get to know that this video is even valuable, right? That's where thumbnail comes in. So the thumbnail may not retain the users on the video, but the thumbnail is going to convince the customers, the users, the viewers to click your video and check it out, right? So use thumbnails that are fascinating, use thumbnail that will put the people in suspense. Make sure your thumbnail is very, very neat, right? Very, very neat and very clean. Sometimes some people ask, do I have to use edited thumbnails or not? Should I make it natural? Now, that part I may not be able to say. It can be very unique for some people. So some people don't really spend time editing it on it. But trust me, guys, thumbnail is still hitting the point and very straightforward. So you want to take advantage of your thumbnail. Alright guys, so we are on the last part, which is what to now get. So since you know all this as a YouTuber, congratulations. I can guarantee you your success rate is almost above 60%, right? So if you can do all of these things and you put actions into them, you expect a very, very positive result. So the last one, which is the things to get, so that you don't have to burden yourself with a lot of things that you need, but you may not need now as a beginner. Before we get started on this last one, I want to introduce you to a software. The name of the software is Easy Balance. Easy Balance is a software that helps POS users to balance their transaction. Think of it to be a bookkeeping app, a bookkeeping software where you can enter your transactions and it's automatically going to help you balance the transaction. Trust me guys, you don't want to struggle with the whole challenge of trying to balance transactions at every of your locations, especially for those guys that are doing very well and you have multiple locations. How do you manage those transactions? They will steal your money. But with Easy Balance, you have security, you have transparency. And trust me, when your agents, when your staffs know that you can monitor their transaction, it's going to limit their sense of trying to go into corruption or stealing your money. So go to Play Store, go to App Store, download the app Easy Balance spelled together, sign up, they'll contact you and they'll put you through the step-by-step process on how to get started on the app. And trust me guys, remember to tell them that you came from Everything Payment channel. So let's move to the last phase, which is the things to get. Now, basically, I will advise you the most important part of shooting a video is lighting. See, this is very, very important. If you click on a video and the lighting is so bad, and let me show this video without a light. Let me show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so this is me shooting this video without a light. If I have to do this, trust me, you will not even stay to watch this video, right? It doesn't matter if I have so much to say, but then the video, the environment is not conducive for your eyes, right? So remember, all of these things work with this sensory part of the human brain, right? The people don't just want to click the video and now the optic now, sorry, is now telling the eyes that, oh, this thing is not nice, this thing is not nice, this thing is not nice. The people will not stay. Now you feel like clicking. Let's go back to switching the light so that we stop this bug. We have our light back. Now the video is something we can relate with. Of course, we can see the person that is speaking to us and we can even enjoy the video even if the person is not really making sense. At least you just feel like, let me just while away my time with this. And trust me, as long as they are whiling away time on your YouTube channel is good. So I believe the most important part of shooting a video is lighting. And this does not just fall on the light you are using. This also has to do with your kind of camera. You don't have to get a digital camera to shoot a video, but you can get a phone with a very, very good camera. So on this part, I will advise you. I started by using Redmi 10, shooting my videos on Redmi 10, using daylight, right? Like I said, lighting is very, very important. Even if you are using a common camera, you are using a Sony camera, and there's no light, it's not still going to give you that kind of quality that you may desire. So lighting is very, very important. You can get a very, very good phone. Make sure you test the camera of the phone. And if the camera is very, very good, you can also get lighting LED 600, LED 800. You can start by getting a ring light if you cannot afford LED 600 and LED 800. Getting a ring light, I think, is cheaper, around 20 to 30,000 naira. You can get a good ring light that can serve you to start up, right? So after you get your lighting, I feel like the most Also important thing you have to go into getting is sound, the production of sound, right? You don't want your videos to be noisy. You don't want the background of your videos to be noisy. So that means when you want to shoot the video, you have to either get an office, a studio, or you have to use your room and make sure you are shooting at a time when nobody's talking. For those that are family people and you understand how distance can be, right? You don't want to be shooting a video and somebody's calling your name somewhere, somebody is doing this somewhere, somebody is saying something somewhere, somebody is gisting, and all of those stuff now falling inside the video can be distracting for the user. So the users may not want to stay. The viewers are finding it, they're not finding it comfortable to remain on your video, right? So you want to treat your audio as sweet as possible, right? So you want to go into getting a wireless mic if you can afford it. I think with less than 20,000 you can get something like this. Or if you can also afford better ones, with 80 to 100,000, you can get a very, very good microphone that can give you a very good sound production. And all of these things combined tend to keep your users together. So if you know you cannot afford the things that are for everything you want to buy, what I'm trying to say is that there is something of that same thing that is of lower quality. So you can start with those ones and continue to upgrade, continue to upgrade. I believe this video must have been helpful for you. I believe after watching this video, you must feel the urge to start up a YouTube channel and not feel like a beginner on this space. And you can drop a thank you on the comment section. You can drop your questions on the comment section. If you have anything to say, drop something on the comment section. Remember to like this video and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers and God bless.